when you look at this football team, who do you think they should roll with and will roll with, Luke Doty or Zeb Noland?
I think it should 100% be Luke Doty. Well, it mostly, I mean, unless he is hurt in some way, and there is an outside chance that he could do something to that foot against East Carolina that's going to sideline him, I would not put him out there. If that is not the case, it needs to be Luke Doty, and mostly because, of what we were talking about earlier. Zeb starts as a graduate assistant, doesn't go through spring practice, doesn't go through winter conditioning, doesn't go through summer conditioning. You're going to play a noon game in, the hinterlands of North Carolina, and it's going to be 90, 93 degrees there. Like, that's a tough ask for somebody that hasn't been conditioned to play like in those, at least conditioned at all, to get yourself to that point to where you're not going to run out of gas 3 series into the game. So, to me, unless you are like putting Luke in a weird spot where this thing's not fully healed yet and we could damage it further, I would go with Luke.
And I agree with you, Alex. And I made this point on the Monday show. I just think at some point, Alex, you're going to have to be dynamic on offense to win a football game. And all due respect to Zeb Noland, again, he did the job against EIU, but I don't necessarily view him in that light. I mean, this might sound like a curse word and fans might get upset, but Zeb Noland reminded me a lot of Colin Hill, but a little bit more mobile, which who isn't more mobile? I'm just saying the skill sets are similar, but Luke Doty does things that nobody else on the roster are capable of doing. Nobody else runs a 4.4 like he does. Nobody has that escapability and athleticism. And I just think when you're looking at not only ECU, but the prospects of the season, I think you got to take that into account. Again, an offense that's going to be continuing to evolve and look for playmakers. I still have a hard time believing that the best version of this offense and the best version of this football team comes with someone other than Luke Doty under center.
Yeah. And two, if you don't run Luke out there this week, are you going to start him like cold at Georgia?
Well, and you, Alex, not to cut you off, but you bring up a great point, because that was my question too. And again, something fans won't think about. Luke Doty was named QB1 after the spring game. He went through the entire summer QB1, and you know how important that is. I mean, he's out there, throwing with guys, and this entire football team's bought in on Luke Doty. He's our guy. He starts out fall camp QB1, then he gets injured. And so it's almost like, to me, like if you don't name him QB1 for Saturday, it's like, is he really your guy? Is he not? Who is? I guess we're going to find out how much did they really like Luke Doty before he got hurt. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think he should necessarily lose the job due to an injury if he comes back healthy. That's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah. No, I don't think he's losing the job at all due to injury. I just think, foot injuries of that nature tend to be like tough. You can re-injure those pretty easily. So to me, it's really like, is he ready or is he not? Which is what's going to determine who takes that first snap Saturday. If he is ready, I think he'll take it. If he's not, it's going to be Zeb.
Yeah, but you and I both agree that Luke Doty is QB1 of this football team when he's 110% healthy. I think definitely that's –
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And again, I've told fans, I would just say again, like I'm going to trust in Beamer. I have no reason to doubt him. If they roll with Zeb, so be it. But I think there are just obvious differences in the guys and Luke Doty's skill set. And, I think Chris Doring, who I had on the show Monday for SEC Network, he put it really best. He said, Zeb Noland might be the safer option. Luke Doty, though, has the athleticism, escapability, the game-breaking ability. While there might be more risk, he offers that. So it's like, what would you rather roll with? And I just think I think it's more beneficial for the Gamecocks to roll with the guy. While there might be more risk, he's got that game-breaking ability that nobody else on this roster, nobody else offers.